Help support our coverage through Amazon Prime. Get free music with Prime Music, TV, movies, and documentaries with Prime Video, and free games with Prime Gaming. For this and a whole lot more, go to PLUGHITZlive.com/prime.
We have the CTO from Wizest, William Littlefield. How are you doing today?
I'm doing so well. Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for taking the time to be a part of this digital CES with us today.
Absolutely. It's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure. And I'm also speaking to you from Texas. Instead of down in Houston, I'm speaking to you today from Dallas.
Oh, wow. My old college town itself. Irving, actually, but, you know, it's all Dallas.
Absolutely.
That's like saying Katy or Houston. It's just Houston. So tell us a little bit about Wizest and what it is that you guys do over there.
Absolutely. So what we're doing at Wizest is we've created a next generation investment trading platform that is a little bit like fantasy football. So basically with Wizest, the idea is that a lot of people that are interested in investing, many young professionals recognize it's a key part of wealth building, might find it complicated, intimidating, or even boring. With Wizest, the idea is instead of having to pick stocks or bonds or financial instruments directly yourself, like you might with a Robinhood, you can invest directly through financial experts and build your own team of financial experts, kind of like fantasy football.
Interesting. And how is it that you guys are gathering this data? How is it that you guys are able to team up investor with investment person?
Absolutely. Great question. So basically the way that the platform works is anyone can join Wizest as an investor. So anyone, you yourself, anyone walking on the street, anyone attending CES can go to wizestapp.com, download the app or sign up for our closed beta and get early access. And basically what happens is once you're onboarded to the platform and you've provided a little bit of information, shared with us that maybe you're interested in investing in renewables, technology companies, or minority-owned businesses, basically we'll take those preferences and gather all of the financial experts on our platform and arrange them into a leaderboard for you to peruse. And then once you've found a couple financial experts that you like, you can dig down into their individual profile, see exactly what's in their virtual portfolio, their investment strategy. And from there, at the click of a single button, you can actually replicate their entire portfolio on your behalf.
Wow. Wow, that's pretty incredible and powerful technology. How long have you guys been developing this? And is it something that is available out there right now?
That's a great question. Yeah, so Wizest is a company that is almost 2 years old. The CEO and founder, Axel Thibon, is a alumni of MIT Sloan, and half our team comes from MIT. We have been working on the product, like I said, for about 2 years, right around when we began investigating SEC and FINRA compliance. And since then, we've been full steam ahead on building out the two sides of the platform for both experts and investors. And is currently available at wizestapp.com, where you can gain early access to our closed beta. So we do have the product live right now, and we are onboarding batches of users that have signed up as early access.
Wow, that is really, really incredible. Now, what is your, just something that I have to ask, what's your security looking like, things like that? We're talking about investment in the modern age, of course, and, you know, that has to come with a certain realm of security, one hopes. Even things like Robinhood have had their issues in the past, you know.
That's a great question, and you're exactly right. And trust and reliability are two things that we've certainly established as key to building the company and building the product. Personally, my background is as a payments engineer at Visa and at credit card companies, so I'm personally very much used to handling sensitive financial information. And so we built the entire application with security and encryption in mind. If you want to learn more about it, of course, you can visit our website and see our privacy policy and our terms and conditions, which talk very specifically about those considerations. You'll also see them when you sign up for the first time as a user.
Now, speaking of signing up as a user, let's go through that process just a little bit. What does it take for somebody to onboard into this?
Absolutely. So with Wizest, we have two parts of the platform. We recognize that with Wizest, the idea of investing directly through financial experts is a little bit different than say, picking stocks and bonds. Now, we believe it is more intuitive, and everyone feels comfortable judging whether or not they trust people rather than whether or not they trust an abstract stock. But that being said, since it's unusual, we actually have a free simulator environment where anyone can sign up and play with the platform and see their performance without risking any real money. Then from there, they can upgrade to a production account and actually execute and trade and replicate their portfolios within the financial markets. So all it takes to sign up for the free simulator is merely your first name, last name, a username, and password.
Wow. Wow. And how is it that investors go about being a part of your platform?
Absolutely. So when we use the term investor, we just mean investor in the sense of anyone on the platform. So that could be you, that could be, again, anyone at CES, anyone that wants to download the app and actually invest in different financial experts. As far as how financial experts join the platform, of course, again, because we want to harp on trust and reliability, we are only accepting at the moment people that have a Series 65 or Series 66, people that are chartered financial analysts, so CFA charter holders, or last but not least, experienced portfolio and fund managers with a history that we can verify.
Wow, that is fantastic to know that you guys are putting that kind of due diligence behind this platform. Once again, really incredible technology to be leveraging to allow, and we even had somebody comment like, wow, trading like fantasy football. That's awesome. I mean, just to know that you're bringing it, because even when people get Robinhood, things like that, like my wife tried it for a little while, you really do kind of have to have an idea of what you're wanting to invest in, where you're wanting to take a portfolio, what a portfolio is even, and without a financial advisor, that can be a little bit hard, and it can be really intimidating to find a financial advisor that you trust to begin with.
That's exactly right. And so the digital experience that we were encountering was, well, at least for myself, my own investing journey was I began by downloading apps like Robinhood and wanting to trade and use tools like that. And it is great that they're free, but if you don't have any financial expertise, or you may not feel comfortable picking things on Robinhood. And so then you go down to a JP Morgan Chase or try and contact a Charles Schwab. And a lot of their wealth management services simply aren't available to people that are young professionals, people that might not meet their capital requirements. So they basically say you come back in 10 years.
Then precisely.
Yeah. And then
okay, so you don't have $15,000 sitting in an escrow account right now.
Exactly.
We really can't do much to help you. And it's really interesting because even to find somebody like you're saying that can help you do wealth management, when they look at what you have to begin with, it may not be worth them working with you.
What we're trying to do at Wizest is democratize access to financial expertise.
That is a great way to put that in less than 5 words, which I am all about, man. If you can have like a 5-word tagline, that is where it's at. And to know that you guys are doing this, where are you looking at taking this platform in the future? Because I can see a few different branch offs, that you could have a few different ways that you could leverage this platform in and of itself. But what are you guys looking at adding on to it? Things like that.
Absolutely. So in terms of bells and whistles, the two priorities that we have are increasing the gamification features on the platform, adding more contests, rewards programs. Obviously, that's gotten Robinhood into some trouble in the recent news. That being said, we are working very closely with our legal counsel to make sure we stay on the right side of those features. But in terms of the other features we want to build out, originally, Wizest was an application where you could invest solely in different kinds of human financial experts. What we want to do in the future is we've begun onboarding some of our first robo-advisors, which are proprietary algorithms we built at Wizest with some of our banking expertise in-house. And what we're doing there is basically as far as we know, we're the only platform today where you can invest simultaneously in a human financial expert and a robo-advisor in a single click.
Wow. Wow. That's really cool. And you know, you could almost you could almost pit them against each other.
That's what we do. We put them on a leaderboard and we rank the robo-advisors just against our financial experts as well.
Wow. And even to be able to sell that algorithm, to be able to leverage that algorithm once again in other fields, to be coming up with this technology to begin with is pretty incredible. And how long has the development in this AI for the robo advisors, things like that, been going on?
That has been going on with some of our partners for several years that have a background in developing AI algorithms for trading. Luckily, within the family of the MIT Alumni Network, we were able to connect with some other entrepreneurs that have been exploring AI in financial markets for a long time. I myself wrote a graduate thesis on artificial intelligence, and so I had some of the tools to integrate that into the platform right away. So it's something we've been working on internally for only about a year, but we're able to leverage a lot of the development effort, which has been going on for many years through some of these partners.
And how have these digital brains been learning? How has their evolution been coming over a year?
That's a great question. So obviously in artificial intelligence, there's lots of different ways to teach these algorithms. You can have rules-based systems, expert systems, and then of course the more inference-based machine learning or neural networks. That being said, these different robo-advisors we've been building out do use different strategies and do come from different partners. So we are interested in trying to see which of those works best by just seeing the performance of those algorithms in the long run, and again, putting them on a leaderboard. So we do have different algorithms or different approaches to building those algorithms. But at the end of the day, the end user is going to care about which one is delivering the most value.
Interesting. And you know, like you were saying, the gamification within the system is one of the attractive things for people that perhaps are not used to trading,
Right.
because of course that's some of the game in and of itself for the people that are trading is that game. But how is it that y'all are, I don't want you to give away any trade secrets or, like you said, put yourself in any holes without ladders, so to speak. But what are some of the ways that you guys are looking at incentivizing action and reaction within this platform?
Totally. So one thing that we do at Wizest is we're 100% focused on trying to make sure that all of the incentives on the platform motivate experts to benefit investors. And so two things that we do are, again, trying to simplify everyone's ability to analyze the different options for investment, rather than showing you all of these maybe esoteric financial metrics about a financial expert. Two of the ways that anyone can quickly understand whether or not this is a good financial expert is we give them a 5-star user satisfaction rating. So that's something everyone can understand in today's age. And then we also have a 5-star rating for risk. And so those two metrics do actually have traditional financial metrics behind them, sort of under the covers. But by simplifying that to a 5-star rating for our end investor users, it's much easier for them to navigate those different choices.
Yeah, and it really does limit the playing field, at least what they're going to see rapidly. Which, whenever you're talking about other things, you know, just tends to go a little crazy. You know, kind of like whenever you're online shopping, there's so many choices, you get stymied. So
Exactly.
sometimes when you can limit those choices, it's a little bit better.
Who has the best reviews? Who's investing in the stuff I care about?
Yeah, exactly. Well, tell us once again where people can go to find out more about Wizest and these services that you're providing.
Absolutely. So they can go to wisestapp.com. Wizest app is also our handle on Instagram, LinkedIn, and Facebook. And so it is WIZEST app.com. And then if you want to download or become part of our early access closed beta, we have a great sign-up page where that's very easy to join.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to come on, tell us everything that you guys have been developing over there at Wizest.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Take care. Have a wonderful rest of your digital CES.
Cheers.
I hope you enjoyed that interview, and if you did, make sure you check out some of the more than 100 interviews we conducted during the virtual CES 2021 coverage. And of course, subscribe here on YouTube, hit the notification bell to learn when we post new content and when we go live.